Hey guys, it's Dotarian here. So today we're playing Banners of Ruin. This is a roguelike deck builder game recently released on Steam, and it's similar to games such as Griftlands, Slay the Spire, Dicey Dungeons, Monster Train, Arcanium, Roguebook. Wow, there's a lot of roguelike deck builders now, but you get the gist. I'm going to be showing you today how to play the game alongside the tutorial, and then we're going to jump into one full run of the game. Now, what sets this game apart is the great visuals, the theme, the types of cards we can play, and the overall gameplay. So today we're going to jump into a new game. We're going to play the tutorial, and basically what makes this game different is that it has a Redwall type of theme with mouse, bears, monsters, and animals that have different abilities. So in this case here, we have the mice, and the mice are focused on doing multiple strikes when you play cards. And bears have very high upfront damage, and they're also very good at taking damage, blocking and tanking damage. We have different types of monsters, types of animals that you can unlock. So some of the unlocks, now I have played maybe about 20 hours or so on this game so far, and so I've unlocked a few different types of those types. So we have mice, and when you click on them, it does tell you what their racial ability does. You can see here you can unlock talents, which are cards that are unique to the character, and also passives, which are also unique to the character as well. Okay. We have bears, weasels, wolves, hares, and beavers. Okay, and each one of these have a different unique ability and different types of cards specific to that character. Okay, so we're going to jump into the tutorial. Okay, so right off the bat with Banners of Ruin, you'll notice that we have 3 lanes here, and these 3 lanes are the way in which we're going to ascend through this run. Okay, so with the story, in terms of the story, there's basically a tyrannical house that have overtaken a city called the Blackfoots, and basically what we're doing is we're characters trying to seek revenge and trying to take back our city. Okay, so party information shows up here. You can see this is our deck of cards. We'll just click on. Okay, so this shows you the deck. So these are our basic deck of cards. This is our party. So we have 1 character. Okay, with our character screen, we have stamina, which they will explain in the tutorial. Okay, each lane in the street leads to a service. Once you've done a service and fight the elite, you move to the next street. Okay, campaign cards. It looks like some guards are on the way. The cards on the left and right have counters, so you can see these counters here. After selecting any counters, the remaining cards will tick down, and when they reach 0, they'll be removed from the street. Heal up. Your character is badly hurt, so you can see here this is our mouse. We have almost half a health bar, so you should take Herbal Remedy and heal up if you're going to survive the next fight. So let's take Herbal Remedy. We heal up to 100. Enter combat. You will need to regroup with your companion, who must be somewhere in the center lane. You'll have to resolve that combat to see further down the street. Okay, so you'll notice here, because we're just doing the tutorial, these side lanes are blocked, so we can only select this one. Prisoner. 2 guards block the path to your companion. You'll have to go through them. So combat. So what you'll notice very quickly about this game is the way in which we play our cards and the way in which characters attack us. So vitality, we have the red health bar here, and we have defense, which is the armor shown here. And armor is accumulated throughout the game. It doesn't disappear like in Slay the Spire. Stamina and will. So we have stamina, which is our energy, and this replenishes every turn. This is our max stamina at the moment. So every turn we start with 2 stamina, and we have will. Will can be used at any point in time, but it doesn't replenish. Okay, enemies come in all shapes and sizes. They have vitality and talents just like you, but also range of abilities. You can see what the enemy will do on their next turn by looking at their intent. So their intent is actually shown here. And if you hover over the characters, okay, so this tells you that this rank, which is the front rank, is going to attack because it has this red line here. This is the back rank. If the back rank was highlighted, it will show you that the back rank will attack. During your turn, it will alternate between enemies on the front and back. They will alternate attacking if there are enemies in either one of those lanes. In this case, because there's only one lane, only this lane will attack until I use cards to push characters into different lanes, and that will allow you to mitigate damage, but also a lot of your cards are affected by whether or not you attack them in the front or the back. So in this case, we have a weapon card here, and the reason why we can play this weapon card is because our mouse here is holding this hatchet, and that hatchet is equipped when you select your party. So in this case, we can play the card. We gain an effect called charge, and another good thing about this game is when you hover over any component, it will explain to you what that card does. So in this case, charge, the next time this character attacks, or for every attack and multi-attack, the damage is increased by the number of stacks of charge. Charge is then removed. Okay, so now if we play multi-attack, such as rush, so mice have multi-attacks like this, which does like 1 times 3, but because we have the charge, this will now do 9 damage, because it'll be 1 plus 2 times 3. Okay, you showed them you're out of stamina, but one of your cards costs 0, so we can still play this one. And then we can end our turn. Now this shows our discard pile. This shows our discard pile. This shows our banished cards, which are like exhausted cards. This rank will now attack us, and we have taken 8, so we'll have 6 remaining. This card does 8 damage because our weapon damage is based on what our hatchet is, and our hatchet did 8 damage. Then we've applied 4 bleed, and it tells you on the right hand side that the bleeding effect means for every stack of bleed, they'll take that amount of damage every turn, which ticks down. So kind of like poison in Slay the Spire. Okay, so florins is the currency, and this basically means we gain 110 money, and we can click on this option to gain a card as well. I think I'll gain the momentum. So our character level up. When our character levels up, you can choose to give them an extra point in stamina or will, and they'll unlock either a talent or a passive ability. Passives are status effects that are pre-applied to the character each combat and can't be removed. Talents are cards that are unique to the character that only they can play. Just like weapon cards, go ahead and select your character to choose your rewards. Okay, so you can see here we can click and unlock one of these talents. So some cards that have um, very powerful effects also apply very negative bonuses to you as well in order to compensate for the powerful effect of it. So in this case, this card here, cool under pressure at the start of every turn, our character gains 2 overwhelm stacks, and for every overwhelm stack, we take 25% more damage. So in this case, we'll take 50% more damage, and we have 2 stamina to gain as well. So I'm not too keen on gaining this one, because as we level up, we are going to gain stamina anyway. I might instead take Rising Storm. And here we can upgrade our stamina or will. So I'm going to upgrade the will so we can play more cards every turn. Victory. Congratulations, you emerged victorious. Revealing your companion, select an old friend to add them to your party. Any cards he's carrying will be added to your deck. Okay, so again, we can't click on the tunnel walls because they're blocked, but we can gain 1 party member. And we have gained Sanderson. Okay, so here you can see each of the lanes reveals an ambush. It doesn't really matter which one I pick. We'll still be fighting one of those enemies. Okay, so enemy ranks. Enemies on different ranks are alternating turns, which means the front rank will attack, and whilst the front rank attacks, the back rank won't attack. Okay, cards are played by the active character, so each character that I select is the active character. I can tell which one the active one is because it's the yellow highlighted portion on them. Okay, so in this case, your hand is your party's hand. So in this case, the mouse can't play the sparring sword because the bear has the sparring sword. So now you can see the sparring sword is highlighted when I click on the bear. And this card does 8 damage and attacks all characters on the rank, which will apply to this whole column. Okay, so these guys are intending to attack the bear. Okay, so the other thing is because these 2 characters, when I hover over them, I can see that they're going to do 10 damage and they're going to direct it at the bear because the bear is highlighted. If I move out of this position to another position, that will dodge the attack. Okay, so withdraw. So now we switch back to the mouse. Okay, so this is my race ability. Each different type of race has their own ability. So in this case, you can consume your will, which is your one ability that doesn't come back. And for each hit, you gain 3 charge and remove 1 fury, and it tells you fury on the right hand side. At the turn's end, this character's charge gains charge equal to the stacks of fury, and fury increases by 2. So we enter. Great, and then now we get to gain one of these cards, Experience Strike. Each time you play this card in combat, plus 5 damage. Okay, congratulations, you have completed the tutorial. From here in a typical run, you would enter the city and continue your foray into the city streets of Dawn's Point. It's time to wage war against the House Ender. Okay, so that was the tutorial, and now we're going to go into one run. So click on the link in the description below to see that full run. As always, if you want to see more content like this in the future, please like and subscribe the video